Carlos Alcaraz and Iga Swiatek could have some trouble as the world number ones try to defend their US Open titles. With the US Open kicking off on Monday, there are some obvious favorites for the title. Carlos Alcaraz and Iga Swiatek go in as the top seeds and defending champions, while Novak Djokovic is returning to Flushing Meadows for the first time in 2 years. But Johanna Konta told Express Sport that things won't be as clear-cut this year, naming Coco Gauff and Stefanos Tsitsipas among 6 others who could also lift the trophy in 2 weeks' time. On the men's side, the focus has been almost entirely on Alcaraz and Djokovic as the pair have faced off in the finals of the last 2 tournaments they have played. They are also the only Grand Slam champions this year, though Konta isn't entirely throwing her weight behind the idea of a 2-horse race for the title. No, I think there's a handful of men that could find themselves in the final there. The former world number 4 exclusively told Express Sport, naming 3 men she expected to challenge for the title. Konta continued, "Obviously Medvedev, a former champion there as well, I think he's in the mix. And I definitely think Tsitsipas coming off his win in Los Cabos, I think he's gaining some momentum as well, and obviously Zverev is playing better and better, so I do think there is still a good group of guys that are going to be in the mix there." A former quarter-finalist in Flushing Meadows, Konta still backed Alcaraz and Djokovic to potentially face off in the final once again. But it wouldn't also be surprising if it was a Novak and Carlos final again, and wouldn't that be great actually just to see some continuity from that battle that they had, she added. But I think there's a good group of men that we'll see. As for the women's side, world no. 1 Swiatek has become a title favorite wherever she goes, though Konta thought 4 other players were right up there with the defending champion. "I think Iga is obviously a frontrunner, however I wouldn't say that she is the only option out there," she explained. "I think that Aryna Sabalenka, being the Australian Open champion, coming back onto the hard, I think that she will be a formidable force there. I wouldn't be surprised if she would win the title." Naming another one of this year's Grand Slam champions, the 32-year-old added, "And then obviously you've got players like Marketa Vondrousova, coming off a Wimbledon win, which I think, for her, was unexpected just because of the surface. She would call herself much better on the clay, being French Open finalist, but also even on the hard. So you never know how she will also come off the back of that win at Wimbledon." With Coco Gauff winning Cincinnati and Jessica Pegula lifting the title in Montreal, a home champion was also on the cards in Konta's eyes. "And then who knows, maybe a Coco Gauff, maybe it will be a Jessica Pegula," she said. "The Americans always seem to, even if it's more on the men's side, but in general the Americans like to play at home, and they play well at home. So you've got a really good base of American players as well. So I think like the men's side, I think there's a group. I don't think there's a clear cut, definitely this person, done. And we've got good proof of why, just from all the tournaments in the season so far. The US Open has often been the site of many first-time major winners like Dominic Thiem and Daniil Medvedev, and has bred some unexpected champions like Emma Raducanu. But Konta couldn't see the same happening this year. I mean, arguably the US Open winners over the last few years have been sometimes like, oh wow, what just happened, kind of thing. According to that, yes, maybe it will be an unpredictable winner, the former British no. 1 said.